Hey there, my name's Pinto, and I promise this will be a diet conversation you've never had before. Myth number 8. The key to getting healthy is losing weight. Yeah, it's a myth. This is everyone's answer to getting healthier, and it's a hard belief just to throw out. The first thing out of a doctor's mouth when discussing preventative measures a patient can take to avoid sickness usually concerns losing weight, even if the patient's just a little bit overweight. It does take a bit of a shift in thought process, and I always see that exact moment when discussing this concept with people when it all clicks and it just makes sense to them. It's that aha moment when finally they realize they don't have to focus on this seemingly impossible task that they've already attempted and failed over and over. Let's just clarify something first. Yes, too much fat on your body is unhealthy. Yes, if you have extra fat on you, you should consider losing it. However, fat is not the problem. Just losing the fat, especially rapid fat loss, will not cure you of the many metabolic ailments you may be suffering from, such as low energy, sleep problems, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, skin conditions, digestive problems, and so on. In fact, losing weight quickly can even make all these things worse. Having some extra fat on your frame, whether it be an extra 15 pounds or an extra 100 pounds, it's just another one of those symptoms, not the cause of all your health problems. So many people believe and are even instructed by doctors to just lose weight, to become healthier. Dealing with high cholesterol? Exercise, eat less, lose about 15 pounds, and that should take care of it. Sleep apnea? Must be that extra weight on your chest. Lose weight, that'll help. If it's joint pain you're suffering from, well, if you didn't have that extra 30 pounds on your frame, you wouldn't be so hard on your joints. I've had clients even gain a small amount of weight and still successfully banish all of these symptoms that the extra weight on their frame supposedly caused. How, you ask? Because the fat is not the cause of the problem. Fat is, again, just a symptom of a slowed metabolism, just like high cholesterol or high blood pressure are. The point is, advice is so commonly given to people looking to get in shape to just eat less and exercise more. Though it seems like common sense, I'm here to tell you that is a recipe for disaster. In fact, years ago, I was the poster boy for low-carb diets until I ran into some serious metabolic issues and my research led me to the work of a Dr. Ray Peat. Since then, my entire outlook on health and fitness has completely changed. Let me explain a little bit more in depth. In order to understand why eating less and exercising more is a bad thing, you have to understand the basics of how our cells make energy, because this process is at the root of all metabolic function. There are two basic ways that our cells make energy. The first method we're going to talk about is called oxidative metabolism. In this pathway, you use your body's primary source of fuel, glucose, which is sugar, combine it with oxygen, and make energy, otherwise known as ATP. You can just consider ATP like an energy molecule. Oxidative metabolism makes a lot of energy, about 34 ATP. And finally, the byproduct of this process is carbon dioxide. For you science buffs, I know this is a really simplistic way of describing a very complex process, but that's the gist of it. This is the preferred method of making energy throughout the day when performing all of your daily tasks. The other way you make energy is more like a backup generator, used whenever you're not meeting your energetic needs with your diet. Here's a typical life example for you. You wake up one morning, get to work, open up your email. The first thing you see is an email from your boss. In reading, you discover you have an impromptu meeting to go over some reports you'll need to have ready by this afternoon. Now you're stressed. You have little time to get a lot of work done. You work your ass off right through the day, skip lunch, and make the meeting as prepared as you could be. 2 Red Bulls and 7 hours later, you present your work, the boss is happy, and it's time to go home. Only to finish off your day by burying any lingering stress under a pile of mind-numbing video reels on your Facebook feed. Hashtag getting shit done. In this kind of scenario where you're faced with a high demand for energy and little or low quality fuel, your body had to rely on its backup energy process, which supplies you with fuel by breaking down your tissues. It's referred to as hormonal regulation. This process was discovered by Nobel Prize laureate Hans Selye, who is considered the father of all stress research. Let's get into it. As stress builds throughout your day, your body starts making energy at a higher rate, quickly consuming sugar from your bloodstream. So as your blood sugar drops, in order to avoid entering a state of shock due to low blood sugar, you start making adrenaline, which squeezes out any backup sugar stored in your liver called glycogen. When that runs out, you make cortisol, which breaks down muscle and fat and gets them to your liver, which can convert them into sugars and transports that into your bloodstream. In addition to these two are other stress hormone responders, which also get secreted. These induce an inflammatory state in your tissue in order to steal vitamins and minerals necessary to keep the energy production process going. Such hormones like estrogen, prolactin, serotonin, and aldosterone. The final hormone that we'll mention is called parathyroid hormone. It references calcium from bone and teeth because calcium has an integral part in the energetic process as well. You know, it's quite a costly process of degenerating tissues when you look at it. Just to mention them again, you're breaking down muscle, fat, bone, and even organs and glands. Yet after all this, energy is made. But only about 2 to 3 ATP, which is about 17 times less efficient than the first way of making energy. And instead of carbon dioxide as a byproduct, it results in lactic acid. If you've ever been sold a bottle of alkaline water, then you may have heard how important it is for your body not to become too acidic. And by the way, eating and drinking acidic or alkaline foods and beverages doesn't directly correlate to the pH level in your body. This does. On top of all that, the hormones I just mentioned are linked to a laundry list of illnesses people suffer from or even die from. A few of them are even listed as known cancer-causing agents when in excess. But it's not all bad. This is actually a natural thing, and many of the hormones that I just mentioned have beneficial reparative roles in the body. The problem is we get stuck in this backup energy pathway all too often. In fact, the saddest part of this story is, you ready for this? This is exactly the method fitness and health industry professionals use to help you lose weight. That's insane! You're told sugar is bad, so take fuel out of the equation, and then you're told to exercise more, which increases the demand for fuel. There are even diets out there that recommend you eat things that impede glucose oxidation, forcing you even harder into the breakdown of tissues. And do you lose weight? Yeah, of course you lose weight. You lose fat and muscle and bone. Losing weight this way is so remarkably stressful on your body that at some point people are forced to quit because the stress on their body becomes so great they plateau, or need cheat days to maintain their sanity, or cheat weekends. What people don't realize is if you keep the backup generator on for too long, your thyroid will take the liberty of slowing down your metabolism as a whole, so you don't die faster. I know that when this finally hit me, I was blown away. I was downright pissed. It was more of an emotional moment than that night I spent watching the most emotional X Factor auditions ever.
All you found was heartbreak and misery.
I don't know what to do.
How do you know if this is you or not? The symptoms are apparent. Low energy, excess fat, difficulty losing weight, yo-yo dieting effect, sleep problems, hair loss, skin problems, loss of libido, mood swings, irritability, thyroid problems, cold hands and feet, and the list goes on. You've probably tried a handful of times to lose weight or get healthy and fell short maybe every time. You never get all the results all of these other diets promise. It's not you, it's the diet. And I'm not making this video to sell you some sort of cookie-cutter diet book. I'm trying to provide you with a little bit of perspective instead. Hopefully this video made sense. In the videos to come, I'll dive deeper into lifestyle and nutrition tips that support a healthy metabolism based on how your body actually functions. If you like this video, please click the like button as it really does help the channel, and visit our website, fitlifefusion.com, for free reports, videos, and the newsletter. Again, my name's Peter Pinto, this is Fit Life Fusion, and until next time, keep living that fit life.